Imagine being a doctor or nurse and performing the difficult task of fixing a man's heart and saving his life. Now imagine doing that while 3 tornadoes are outside.
That's exactly what happened a few weeks ago. Craig Peterson is grateful to be alive tonight after having a heart attack. It happened the same Tuesday night. Severe storms damaged Sioux Falls and the Vera Heart Hospital. On tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Brady Mallory talks with Craig about that night and members of his medical team about how they handled 2 different emergencies.
The signs are everywhere, or in some cases, barely there, that some of the worst storm damage is at the Vera Heart Hospital. Outside, the cracks are showing, and it looks like tape is holding together some of the weakest spots. Inside,
Well, hello.
Well, hello again.
Hey.
Craig Peterson is coming face to face.
I appreciate it because I'm glad you were here.
Yep.
I'm here because
Glad to
of
have
you.
been here. Glad to have been here.
So,
With the doctor who helped put his heart back together. The same night, a tornado tried to tear the hospital apart.
yeah, it's been quite a week.
That's putting it mildly. 2 weeks ago, Craig had a heart attack at his home in Porter, Minnesota.
I didn't want to believe it. All I said was, God, this can't be. I said, I don't need this now.
Craig had a closed artery. A plane flew him to Avera, where an interventional cardiologist and his team started working on Craig's heart, just as the storm was beginning.
The doors started to shake a little bit, and we could hear air rushing underneath the doors, and our ears popped.
We just saw the roof, like the ceiling tiles, kind of get sucked up and come back down, and the doors just started shaking.
But everyone kept their hands steady, even when Craig went into cardiac arrest.
And we had to shock him a couple of times.
Right as the tornado rolled through the area.
While I was on the table, yeah, there was a lot going on outside.
Scott and his team were able to open Craig's artery with a stent.
For them to keep going and concentrate on the patient they had in front of them. I don't know if lights went out or what at what point, but I'm sure they knew something was going on.
These procedures take all of your concentration, and so I think most of us don't notice a whole lot of other things that are going on outside of the procedure itself.
While they saved Craig's life in this room, someone else was in a waiting room, hoping and praying for 2 storms to pass.
We saw tree branches being thrown against the windows, and then all of a sudden it went dark.
Patricia Peterson isn't exaggerating when she says she's known her husband her whole life, because she has.
Actually, we were babies in a crib together back when our dads were in the Army.
We were born in Fort Knox,
Kentucky.
Now they have 4 kids, 11 grandchildren, and 47 years of marriage between them.
And he asked me, he said, what would it be like if you were living alone? And I says, I wouldn't like it. And I'm glad you're still here with me.
It's clear during Craig's procedure,
Yeah,
2 hearts
yeah.
were on the line that night.
It just means more to be having a second chance.
The Petersons say the doctors and nurses deserve all the credit.
I had faith in the doctors, and I had faith in God, that he would be okay.
Just don't call them heroes.
We just kept on working and didn't really know exactly what had happened until afterwards.
Whether it's a team of people who save lives,
It honestly is just another day at work. I mean, this is what we do, this is what we train for.
or a heart,
Thank God that they were there to do what they had to do.
sometimes even the worst damage makes everything and everyone stronger.
I think we'll spend more time together than him always busy and me always busy.
Material things in life don't mean anything. Family. So things will change, yeah.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Brady Mallory.
Craig will have actual heart surgery next month. Dr. Scott says that after they finished performing the procedure, he got another surprise when he walked outside. The storm totaled his car.
Well, the Lincoln